So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to populate dropdowns in a Google form from columns in a Google Sheet. So let's jump right in. We'll create our app script here, extensions and app script. And so a great way to use this is to either populate when you have many options or to be able to update it automatically. So we're going to show you, for example, how to update dropdowns when the Google form is submitted or on a daily basis. All right, so we got a couple pieces here we got to get together. And one is in the script, we need to pull this form. And so one of the things we're going to pull from this is this form ID. And so when you're on the edit window or edit view where you can edit this, select this whole alphanumeric string between these two forward slashes. We're going to copy this and then we're going to bring this into here. We're going to assign it to a variable const, and we'll call this form ID equals to, and then that ID inside of a string. So then the other thing we need to get from this Google form so we can use it is the ID of each question. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this data, and then we're going to go to this form, get that question, and populate those dropdowns. Easy way to get this outside of the script. Call this script real quick. And then we're going to start with a quick function of get items. And so what we're going to do in here is get the questions from the Google form. So we'll just start out with a little code here. Let form equals form app dot, open by ID. And then that form ID that we already have. And then let's get the items from that form. And we'll do form dot get items, just like that. And then we're going to iterate through each one. So in this case, let's just use a for each. And then we'll use this arrow syntax just to make it easy. And then we're going to do a console log x dot. And then we're going to get the title. And then we're going to get the ID. And so this console means when we run this function, it's going to show up in our log. So we're going to run this. It's going to ask us for permissions. So I'm going to add one more thing in here just so we get the permissions here while we're at it. And we're just going to access the spreadsheet now, just like that. And so this will ask for access to the form and to the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and run this. And then we'll review our permissions here real quick. So select our account. And then this is just Google's disclaimer because they did not write the script. So we'll go to advanced. Go to untitled project, and then we need to select all. And so again, here, access to the Google Sheet and access to forms, click continue. And then here are those questions with the ID. And so I'm going to copy and paste this down here. And then what I'm going to do here is a / asterisk, and then hit enter, paste that, and then another asterisk and another /. And what this does is it keeps it from causing an error in the script. So for example, if I get rid of this and I try to save, I'm going to have an error because it's trying to read it as code. And so when I do this, it's a multi-line comment. And so it's not going to try to parse that. Now, what this allows us to do is here's the question name. And then here is the ID that we need. So at this point, we're ready to create our function to grab our data from here and actually populate the form. So let's start with a function here. And we'll call it update dropdowns. And then in here, we got two pieces. First of all is getting the data from these columns. And the second is getting those items and updating it. So let's start with the sheet. And so I'm just going to cut this and bring it over here. And then we're going to go from here. So now we need our tab, which should be get sheet by name. And then I believe we call this options. So whatever you have it called, you can just use that there. So we'll do this sheet.getRange, and that was in column A, A2 to A. And then we'll do get values dot flat. And so what this is going to do is get the data, and then this dot flat just makes that array easier to work with here in a second. So next, let's go ahead and filter this, and then we'll go through the other columns. So we have basically A2 to A, which means it's going to go all the way down. So we have a bunch of blank rows. So we want to filter those out. And so I'm going to use employees equals employees. And then we're going to filter it, use that arrow syntax, X. And then we're going to do X is not equal to blank. And then I can go ahead and copy and paste this. And we're going to do our append or best date. All right, so now we have all the data from the Google Sheet. And so now we can get our form again. And so we already have that here. So I'm going to copy this down. And then what we're going to do, instead of getting all the items, we have the item IDs right here. So for example, we can do let employee question equal form dot get item by ID. We'll put that in there. And then let's go ahead and get it as a list item. So that's what Google Form calls their dropdowns, is a list item. And so now employee question, we can do set choice values, and that will accept this array here, this get values dot flat. And so we can just put in employees right here. And then we can repeat this for our other two. So one thing we could do is we could group these. So we could do something like this. And then we could bring this up, and this will be attend. And this could be our best date. But at this point, we'll want to move that form up as well. So now let's grab that best date. And then I believe we're about done. So employees, we've got the data, removed any blanks, got the form item, set the choice values, attend, filtered, question, and set choice values. And there we go again. So I think that should be it here. So we can go ahead and check this out. So let's take a quick look here. So employees, we have one here, and then we have the rest on here. And then likely attend and best date. So we have like one option for each. So once we run this, and so right now this function, selected function is get items, which is our original one. And we just wrote this one called update functions or update dropdowns. So select that one and run this one now. And assuming I didn't make any typos, we should be all good over here. And there we go. Now we have all of our employees are likely to attend and best date. So basically what it looks like at this point is, let's say I want to add December 18th. I can just do that, come back here, click run. And once this is done, there it is right there. So this is useful, obviously, but this is probably not where you want to run this script from. So I'm going to show you, first of all, how to add a script menu here. And then next, I'm going to show you how to do a trigger. So for example, if you want it to update every time the Google form is submitted. And so what we'll do in this case is we'll remove an employee name, whatever employee answered the form. But you could use it, for example, if you're doing something like a booking or something that you needed to remove from the form every time it was submitted. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And let's start with that script menu. So we're going to do function on open, and it does have to be called on open because this is a Google specific function. And so if it finds this, it will automatically run this whenever the Google Sheet is opened, and then it'll populate that menu. So let's go ahead and create that menu. So we start by getting the UI from the spreadsheet, just like that. And then we can create our menu. So we can call the script menu, we can call update form. I'll just call it update form, I think. And then we're going to add an item, and this will be update dropdowns. And then we need the actual function name. So it needs to match this exactly. And then we can do add to UI. And there we go. At this point, if we refresh the Google Sheet or opened it, it would show up. Right now, it's not going to show up unless we do something to do it. So I could run this on open from the script editor, and that would make it show up. Or we can refresh, and it'll show up like this. So there's our update form, just like that. So let's go ahead and just remove this again real quick and see if it'll run from here. So that 18th should get removed. Scroll down, sure enough, there it's gone. So that's how you can update it from here on this menu. And then let's look at one more thing here and adding a trigger. So first of all, let's look at what it would be if we want to remove employees after they answer the form. So let's just do filtered employees. And so what I'm going to do here is a little formula called filter. I'm going to grab this list. And then what I'm going to do is I want any name here that is not on the form responses. So what I'm going to do here then is NA match. And then I need to go back to this, select this again. And I'm just deleting that end reference. And I can come over here and I can just select this entire column. So I need to clean this up real quick because I had some previous form responses. So there we go. And so now we have this entire list showing up. So now I just need to go back into the script and update it to only show these. So I need to go to B instead of A. So basically I just need to go through and update these columns here. So now B, and this will be C, and then this will be D. So now it's pulling from this filtered employee column instead of the regular one. So at this point, if I update again, nothing's going to look any different because we haven't changed anything. And currently, if I submit this form, nothing's going to happen because I haven't told it or I haven't given a clue on how and when to make this change. So what I need to do here now, so let's look at triggers real quick. So on the triggers, which is just this clock or alarm clock looking icon, let's do add trigger. And then we want to make sure we select the right function, which is update dropdowns. And then we have a couple options. So the one we're going to do first is on form submit. And that's going to run every time the Google form is submitted. And so that's going to accomplish what we want. But while we're here, let me just show you real quick the time driven. So what happens if maybe you have something else interacting with this sheet, maybe a Zapier or whatever it is, or maybe someone's just updating this every day, right? Whatever it is, employees, maybe it's appointments, whatever it is. And so what you could do then is you could make this run, and here you could do, every hour, every couple hours. You could run it every day. And so then you just pick the time of day. So if you want to run, between 2 and 3 every day and check and then update the Google form as needed, it would do that. You could also do it on a weekly basis. So you pick the day of the week and then again, time of day, or you could do a month and just pick, if you want maybe the end of the month, something like that. You could do that, or the first of the month maybe. And then it would run again just like that. So let's go back to our from spreadsheet and go to on form submit and click save. And then when that pops up here, we're now good to go. But at this point, now what should happen is if I submit the form, so let me just go to responder, copy this and paste that there. So at this point, if I select somebody and submit the form, the script should run automatically and remove them for the form if they try to submit again. So for example, let's go ahead and just run this out. So let's pick Noah, let's say probably attending, and the 16th. Hit submit, there we go. So there's our filtered list, just dropped off Noah Davis. It's no longer in this list. We go to form responses, there's a response. And now if we go back to submit another response, and then we pull up that name, and his name is no longer here. And so if we did that again, let's say we picked Isabella, and then she's definitely attending, and then she picks the 15th, click submit, and then we come over here. We can see that now her name is gone as well. So if we go back to our survey, click submit another response, you can see now Isabella is not here as well. So that's a quick way if you want to be able to dynamically remove options from the Google form. All right, so that is it for today's video on updating Google Form dropdowns from a Google Sheet. Make sure to check out the other videos on our channel for more tutorials on both Google Sheets and AppScript. And as always, have a great day.